Hey guys, you're tuning into the Mina B Podcast. It's your girl Mina B, and I am back with yet another fun-filled episode. So where to find me? At the Mina B Podcast over on IG, streaming on multiple platforms for your listening pleasure: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, Apple Podcasts, and of course, if you're new to the show and you listen on your iPhone, be sure to hit me up over on Apple Podcasts, rate and review the show. And of course, if you're watching from home, first time seeing me, or you watched already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment, drop me some feedback, all that good stuff. So yeah, guys, I am back this week solo, and just had some quick tidbits to talk about because it's been a very, very interesting past couple of days, to say the least. Y'all, I am really just trying to get over this like weird summer cold, because it's like not a cold, but it like is a cold because my throat is itching, but I don't have anything in my nose. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's not no COVID or whatever. Like I'm very irritated with like how this weather is. It's cold, it's warm, it's cold, it's warm. And then yesterday was so warm and nice. So, and today was too. So I hopefully I can get my voice back together, but I'm gonna drink this little ginger and Hennessy. That's what I'm sipping on. It's a little ginger. It's a ginger beer actually with some Hennessy. So I'm gonna sip on that. That's gonna be my cold toddy for the episode. So yeah, a lot of different things going on, but the most interesting thing that went on this past week, because when this airs, it'll be Tuesday. It would have to be Porsha and Simon. So if y'all been, under a rock, y'all saw that on Mother's Day, which is last Sunday. Porsha was seen photographed with her baby father, Dennis, and Simon Gubuda. I be messing up his name, y'all. I ain't even going to sit here and try to tell y'all that I know how to say it, because I definitely don't. Gubadia, Simon Gubadia, okay? So yeah, saw them in a picture together on Mother's Day, and I'm just saying to myself, like, okay, well, what's tea? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on with these two and three? I was a little confused by it, but then didn't even think like, oh, that was her man or anything like that. What I thought was that they was just hanging out for Mother's Day. I don't know why I just didn't put it together, because Simon is not a celebrity under any circumstances, so I'm not thinking anything of it, right? Wrong. So a little backstory, if you've been sitting under a rock from the IG world, Simon Gubadia is the husband of Phelan Gubadia, who was on the show Real Housewives of Atlanta this past season, this most recent season, and apparently they had met, Phelan and Porsha met through the guys, through Dennis and Simon. So Dennis and Simon are cool as well. So now, the day after, we find out that Porsha's engaged to Simon, and we're sitting there clutching our pearls, but a lot of us are just like, well, wait a minute. How did that happen? She says that they have been together for a month. So I'm thinking, timeline, that don't even sound like y'all was really divorced yet, or Simon's divorced yet, because apparently news have came out that Simon and Phelan had filed for divorce in February. And it was a very strange timeline, to say the least. I was just like, okay, what's going on here? I'm a little confused. So needless to say, they did file for divorce. Not divorced yet, because there were some petitions and all of that, and he filed for the divorce under basically in so many words, saying that there was infidelity that had taken place, cheating on Phelan's part, allegedly. So speed up to April, May, end of May, mid-May, or early May rather. They're not divorced, and him and Porsha are engaged. Okay, y'all playing too much. Y'all play a little bit too much. So obviously, not divorce proceedings are still being had, but people think that, oh, Porsha wants what this woman has. That's why she went after her man. Oh, I couldn't be Porsha's friend. That's foul. That's this, that's that. And listen, I think what we got to understand about certain situations like this is that in these circles, in these, rich folk circles, these entertainment circles, like, we don't really know the ins and the outs, the backs and the ends. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the marriages are arranged, as far as financially, financial concerned. So we don't necessarily know what the situation is with Phelan and Simon for sure, all of that good stuff. And word on the street is, I heard, and this is allegedly, this is a rumor, that they were into a little bit of swinging, so to speak, as far as having sex parties and so on. So who's to say? And this is allegedly, y'all. This is something that I've heard through the grapevine, as I live here in Atlanta as well. So, it is what it is. I think that it's kind of interesting when people date men who are separated or going through divorce, and in some cases, their black asses is still married, It's interesting because I think on the outside looking in, I think a lot of people feel like, oh, she wants what that woman has. And a lot of the times that's not the case. Like, men pursue. Men want their household and they want their cake and they want to eat it too. It is what it is. And allegedly, of course, in this situation, Phelan stepped out. It seems like they met each other, knew each other, and got along well. And this is the result. Porsha and him are engaged now with 1 month being in a relationship for 1 month. It is what it is. But I want to know, why do y'all feel this way? Why do y'all feel as though a woman wants what the other woman has by trying to steal her man? Nobody can steal a man from you, sis. That's not how that works. And I need us to understand that narrative. A nigga gon' nig. A nigga gonna do what the fuck he wants to do. So, I'm a little confused at why we think this and where this narrative has come from. Okay? I think folks realize that, again, especially in a circle like this, certain things are going to happen, and I hate to say it, but when finance is involved, when you got a couple of dollars and you're rich, a lot of things in these circles don't pertain to our circles in the real life, okay? They just don't, and I think that we get a little confused, This is definitely a matter of lane. We are not Porsha or in Simon's lane, the majority of us. This is rich folks' problems, you know what I'm saying? So whether we think it's cool or not, now Porsha and Phelan's friendship, on the other hand, she's made it clear that they're really not friends, and this is how they met. Now, how she got introduced on the show was through Porsha. So that does come off messy. Like, let's call it what it is. It comes off messy. But are they really friends though? Are they besties? No, it is what it is. And you guys can see that clip because the most recent season of Real Housewives of Atlanta just got off of air. They just did the reunions, 3-part reunion, all of that good stuff. And Porsha was in the hot seat for fucking Bolo. It is what it is. She was single, she was mingling, she was having a good time, and it is what it is, y'all. Stay out of Porsha's panties. But anyway, this just isn't, how can I say it? This just isn't one of those I want what you got situations. And I need us to understand that narrative. Like, it's not what I want, what she got. That's why I'm going to run after her man. And also, we really won't know until the next season how this is going to pan out. So just going over a couple of my notes here. I think that there has to be a little bit more value. Now, let's turn the tables and push away from Porsha and Simon's, situation. Okay, it makes for good TV at this point. Let's be crystal clear about that. And it definitely has all of us talking about, everything. But there has to be a little bit more value than to dating someone who is someone else's. I could honestly say that I've been there before, and subconsciously, it was not worth it to me when I look back at it. Now, was there a lot of drama? No, wasn't a lot of drama. It was a very grown-up adult situation. However, for me, I couldn't continue on in that situation. Just how I feel about my life, how I feel about my future. I also feel like men that are of a certain caliber and a certain status in their careers financially, they get away with murder, okay? And we allow them to. Honestly and truly, we allow them to. And, you know, it's a matter of knowing right and wrong. And in that situation, I definitely was wrong. I take responsibility for my position in that, because at the end of the day, it's one of those things where you know that it's not so much that he's never going to be yours or nothing like that. Like, it is what it is. You're not breaking up a home that's already broken, okay? Let's just be crystal clear about that. You're just wasting valuable time on someone who is not yours or anyone else's, for that matter. You know what I'm saying? You can't turn around and think that, like, you know, it's all on you, because niggas gotta take responsibility for their part and shit too. You know, it is what it is. But it's never a situation, and at least not for me, when it had happened to me, when I was in the situation that I wanted what somebody else had. No, I was friends with somebody for a long time, and he pursued me relentlessly and made sure that I had everything that I ever wanted and ever needed. And, you know, because we built a bond, because we built a friendship, that's where we were. So who's to say, and again, I was apprehensive about it, but at the end of the day, I made the decision as an adult to fuck with him. It is what it is. Did things go left later on? Yes, but it was more so, it was amicable. It wasn't a situation where, oh, it was messy. It was not messy. It wasn't drama or any of that. Did I learn a lot from the situation? Absolutely. I learned a lot about myself. I learned about what I want and what I don't want, what I need and what I don't need in my life, or whatever the case may be. Because at that point, and it's, you know, it still remains the same, I want to be married, or at least in a long-term relationship. I still want to have children. So I couldn't really see myself doing that with somebody who was so established and going through a divorce. I'm just not a ride or die. I'm going to be very honest with y'all. I'm not a ride or die. I want to know where the fuck we're going. I want to know the direction, all of that. And I'm not a ride or die. Like, when I'm in love and I'm happy with that person, I want to be with that person all the time, or at least have that consistency and that, you know, balance of our lives and then our time together. But I just felt like that wasn't going to happen with all the baggage and, of course, going through a situation like that. And was he getting a divorce? Yes, he was, like, actively. And I knew that. But still, it just was uncomfortable with me, for me. And honestly, and I tell people all the time, you can't say, okay, you know, like, you never know who you're going to fall in love with. You never going to know who you're going to fall for. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, it is what it is. This is life. We're human. At the end of the day, we make mistakes, and it's when matters of the heart come up, oh, forget about it. It is what it is. But honestly and truly, again, like I said, it wasn't messy, but it just was something for me that I said, you know what, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to go through the motions with you. You know, I don't want to be nobody's emotional punching bag indirectly, or, you know, any of that shit, because at the time I had my own things going on. So, you know, it was just like, you get an opportunity to kind of be selfish in a way and choose yourself. It is what it is. But it was never a situation, like I said, of wanting what somebody else has. Like, that shit is stupid. Let's call it for what it is. A lot of women get involved because at the end of the day, the dude got something to offer to them. Okay, let's just call it a spade a spade. In my case, of course, he had a lot to offer to me. I offered a lot to him. Solitude, peace of mind. I make my own money. I do my own shit. I didn't really need him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need him. I wanted him. And I liked what we had built. But at the end, and that honestly could go for Porsha. Let's think about it, y'all. She's on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She makes money. She's damn near rich. She is rich. You know what I'm saying? She has a lot of different things going on with her brands, her hairline, her sheets line, all this other shit. How dare us say that she's with Simon for money? Is she securing a bag because he got some? Absolutely. But Dennis has some money too. Dennis was doing what the fuck he had to do too. So, like, it is what it is. Don't get it twisted. These men fuck with women who got it together, who are working towards something, striving towards something. It's not always I'm a man of power and I'm going to date a damsel. It's not always that situation. Sometimes these men really know what they want. They know the kind of woman they want to fuck with. It is what it is. Like, Let's just call it let's just call it for what it is. There's a lot of women who don't got their shit together and is building and trying to get it together. And there's others that are established or, you know, at the midway point and working on certain things that, you know, maybe their wife isn't working on. Now, here's the thing. There are women out there that make it a part of their duty to fuck with a married man, to go after rich men, powerful men. They don't give a fuck who they hurt because the narrative or the notion is to get what you can and get the fuck on. Now, women like that, that's a different story. You're wanting a lifestyle that he's created for someone else, and you think that you're gonna get that. Now that I understand where people get upset because they see that type or they see that type of behavior. And I think it's a lot deeper than that. If you intentionally seek out, you know, a married man who just happens to be your friends, all right, say for example, he just happened to be your friend's boyfriend or husband. You don't really got shit going on, but she snagged the nigga that did. And you see all the wonderful things that he's doing for her, buying her bags, shoes, shopping sprees, trips, taking care of her, whatever, whoop-de-whoop, paying for school, whatever it is. And you decided that that's what you want to do and you want to run behind her and what she got going on and fuck with her man. You're shady, but also, again, these niggas is gonna fuck anything that they gonna stick anything that moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So it's just like, men get a pass for the bullshit, but then women don't get a pass when it's intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's intentional, when you're a gold digger, when this is what you do, you don't get a pass. So I think that's why this whole thing is like, you know, that's what she wanted. And you all got to think about it too. When, again, a man with status, he's going to do certain things and going to appeal to women by what he has. Let's just call it what it is. Especially if he got baggage. Especially if he got a wife. Especially if he got, you know, a football team of kids. He gotta come with something else. Like, it's so funny. Like, even the other day, I went to go grab some lunch after a long ass shift. I went to go grab some late lunch actually with my girlfriend. And these guys are sitting at a table next to us, and they're talking to me. You know, we're just having like casual conversation. And he mentioned that he had a woman and all this other stuff. Didn't say wife or anything like that. Said a woman. So we sit there like, oh, okay. Like, nigga, we ain't paying you no mind. I'm really trying to sit here and eat this surf and turf and grits. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my best life and eat. Y'all know I like to eat. So anyway, though, his man's left, went to the bathroom. So he tried to, you know, snag my number. And I was like, yeah, hey, I heard that you said that you have a lady friend or whatever the case may be. I'm not interested in being on your roster. So no thank you, but no thank you. I'm flattered, but no thank you. And he was like, oh, it don't even gotta be like that. And you know, the first thing the man asked me, he's like, what do you like? You like shoes? You like Fendi? You like, and I was just like, yeah, I do. I like certain things, but that's not the way to get to a woman like myself. You understand what I'm saying? Granted, I've been in a relationship before with someone who was in a situation as well, going through a divorce, but it wasn't about material things. And that's the thing. There's a lot of men that throw that out there. They throw that out there. Let's not get it twisted. As much as niggas is broke and cheap, there's niggas that got shit going on, and this is the only way that they know how. You know, and he let me know. He was like, you're beautiful. Mind you, I'm in my work clothes. I was looking regular schmegula degula, but he really was trying to make me the second thing. And I was like, or third or fourth, who knows? And I said, politely, no, thank you. It is what it is. So again, it's different strokes for different folks, people. And what regular folk, like Tyreek that works his little regular job at UPS, okay? We're not fighting over what Tyreek is giving to Sheena, okay? We're not fighting over that. We're not running. Nobody's running. No one's trying to take Tyreek from Sheena, okay? This is just not. If that's what's happening in your, okay, y'all. If this is what's happening in your neighborhood or what's going on in your circle or immediate circles, or you know of a story, email me. askminab@gmail.com. Let's talk about it. I will put in another segment on the show, and we will discuss what y'all are experiencing, or seeing, or all of that. Because I just really don't think that that's regular folks' problem. Like, ain't nobody trying to steal nobody man that's just doing regular schmegler shit. I'm sorry, that's just not what it is. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time. I'm really having a hard time grappling with everyone's being so upset and up in arms about Porsha going the way that she went. So again, if you're intentionally trying and seeking out other people's men or husbands, and it's within your circle, and this is a life that you created for yourself, I need y'all to understand this though. Karma is amazing and it comes full circle, okay? And also, y'all want, let's think about it, ladies. If you're thirsting and lusting after your friend or even someone that you know, their relationship, their marriage, whatever have you, you got to understand something too. Like, that's jealousy in short form, okay? That's jealousy. So y'all can't win and say that y'all want husbands, y'all want a good man. There's not a lot of good men out there if you're not doing good intentional things within yourself to receive that on the receiving end, okay? Because you working against yourself by lusting and wanting what somebody else has, okay? So for people who, see things on Instagram, you see the weddings, you see the engagements and all of that stuff, you see what that man is doing for that woman, I need y'all to understand your turn is coming, but you have to also do the work. You also have to put in for yourself. Like, even for me, I was like, oh my God, how could I want children? How could I want to be happy when I'm with someone who's 1 foot in, 1 foot out? And it's not, again, like I said, for me, it was a lot more streamlined and less messy than these other situations that we see. But I still felt like, damn, this ain't for me. This is so extreme for me. I don't have to go this route, Now, were we happy? Yeah. For the majority of it, yes. But it became strained because, again, you got to think to yourself, what do you want for your future? What do you want for your life? You got to put in the work, and you got to do good work. And this wasn't a good thing, not to me. So again, y'all can't be looking on the outside looking in, like thinking like shit is sweet, because everybody has their own story. Everybody's going through their own motherfucking problems. That's it. Hello? Let's call it for what it is. Y'all can't get through, or get to your happy ending wanting what somebody else has. Plotting on what somebody else has. It don't make sense. It doesn't add up. So again, if you're intentionally doing that shit, I need y'all bitches to get y'all shit together. Period, point blank. For regular Jane Does, nobody don't want your Tyreek. We don't. we just don't. Again. I hate to say it like that, y'all, but it is what it is. I gotta say it that way. But again, y'all can't be plotting on people's situations. That shit ain't cute. So 3 things that we learned about Porsha this week and this entire scandal in its entirety. That her panties ain't none of y'all business. That's 1. 2, they clearly, her and Simon clearly have been dating way past a month. And I'm going to say allegedly for credibility purposes. Allegedly, but obviously they definitely been dealing way past a month. Ain't no way that y'all just fell in love and y'all got engaged in a month. There's no way. No way. So my Alexa is talking and I need her to shut up. Anyway, and number 3, she has definitely secured a peach for the next 2 to 3 seasons with this nonsense. Okay, y'all, like, she's a favorite on the show regardless of which. And again, I'm not saying we're applauding her for this shit. We're not applauding her. It just is what it is. Like, it is what it is. Like, motherfuckers gonna do what makes them happy or feel what feels right to them within those moments. And that's just what it is. And she's definitely secured a storyline for the next 2 to 3 seasons, and her castmates are going to be dragging her. You know, Kenya about to start dragging her. It's just about to be a big old nasty old mess. Like, that's just it. But honestly, guys, I'm not trying to be judgmental. And just what everything that I just, talked to you guys about. I was kind of looking at Phelan, and I'm looking and I'm like, well, what does Phelan have? And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but what does she have that would actually keep this man go, besides beauty? She's absolutely gorgeous. But you came into a marriage with kids from a previous relationship. Kids, not one kid, kids. And there was some sort of infidelity going on or whatever it is. So I kind of don't, and y'all can drag me if you want, but again, it just kind of goes back to what I said. You have the woman that's doing what she need to be doing, working, got hustles, doing what the fuck she got to do, and you got a woman relying on pretty. That only piques a man's interest, but for so long. Like, I'm sorry. That's just my feelings about that. That's my feelings about that, and y'all can be mad at me. I don't care. But again, this episode is going to be super short. That's just my tidbit. That's just what I wanted to add to the whole scenario that everybody's been talking about for the past week. I mean, it is what it is, y'all. Like, we're dragging her. We're talking crazy shit. You got everyone's like, you got like half of the internet being Team Porsha and half the other internet talking about she's shady, she's grimy. Is it messy? Yes, it's messy. Absolutely, because it's an intertwined situation. But we about to see how this pans out. Like, I just think it's gonna make for interesting TV. It is what it is. Like, it's gonna make for interesting TV. I think she's already gotten like another spin-off show. Like, this is gonna be very, very interesting, to say the least. And just the fact that, her baby daddy Dennis and ex-fiance Dennis was in the picture with the two of them on Mother's Day. I'm like, Porsha's the GOAT. Porsha's the GOAT. You got both your niggas in one picture. Like, yeah, I'm interested to know what that conversation was like, what she was like. It is a little interesting because there are, all these other women that are talking to the blogs about Simon being entangled with them while dating Porsha. So listen, again, this is gonna make for great TV. And we're going to see how this unfolds, y'all. Like, honestly speaking, throughout the blogs and when they start taping again for the following season, like, this is going to get very, very, very interesting and very hairy, okay? Because, I don't know. Like I said, the streets said that him and Phelan was doing little sex parties, so, allegedly. So, who knows what he's into? Who knows what Porsha's into? Let's be clear, okay? I love my girl, but I don't know. We don't know. So, bottom line is, we got to stay tuned. And again, I wanted to be candid with y'all about my situation, my past situation, because, not everything that glitters is gold. And also, just being transparent. I don't really hide a lot from y'all. I tell y'all what I feel like telling y'all, but I just thought it was really interesting seeing, like, people say, oh, everybody wants somebody else's man and, that's the wave. No, that's not the wave. It's not the wave. It's never an intention. Things happen in different scenarios and different situations occur. And I think that we have to learn to mind our business and mind the business that pays us. Because not everything is just like, what we think it is. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. It is what it is. I'm going to sign out. Signing out and going to keep it really, really short on this episode. Just wanted to talk about that with y'all real quick and keep it pushing. So, where to find me? The Mina B Podcast over on IG. It's askminab@gmail.com. Please send me your tidbits, any inquiries that you may have. If you know somebody that really wanted your man and was running behind him, email me. Let's talk about it. I'll put it on the show and give you some advice and all that good stuff. Also, be sure to rate and subscribe over on Apple Podcasts. Hit that subscribe button over on YouTube. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs down if you don't like it. Thumbs up if you do like it. I like all feedback. It is what it is. So I'll be back next week and we will chop it up, and y'all have a wonderful week. Bye.